Hey guys, a lot of people ask me how I pick my stocks and how I know which stocks to look at. So I'm going to go over all the filters that I use and the stock screening criteria that I use in this video. If you don't know what this tool is, you need to first watch my other video called Ultimate Screening Tool, Stock Screening Tool. This is Equity Feed and you need to have it. It's going to change your trading and it's free. So, or has a free 30-day trial, so why not try it out? Okay, so let me just go over the filters that I use. So this is the market view. This shows you all the stocks that are trading within your desired filters. So it lets you pick your markets. So all penny stock traders trade OTCBB, or I mean not all of them, but here's are all the common markets that penny stock traders trade with. OTCBB, pink sheets. You don't necessarily need to trade with the same way I do. After you start trading a while, you'll find your niche. The only reason I feel that people would trade one market over another, besides credibility, or if you're following my exact strategy, is because the level 2 on NASDAQ, New York Stock Exchange, and Amex, they are read and analyzed, and they're completely different from how you should read level 2 on OTCBB and pink sheets. So keep that in mind. I'm going to do some level 2 videos. I'm still learning myself. I learn more and more every day about it because it's very interesting. It's a very insane tool that some traders don't even have access to. It's very specialized and there's a lot of tricks to it. People can hide and manipulate the tool to an extent, but you can also learn how to utilize that manipulation. But in general, just know that you can select the markets here. I use all of them because I just know the differences, so find your comfort zone, but these are the ones I use. Then stock types, whole bunch of different stock types. These are the ones I trade: regular securities. I guess the average stock trader doesn't know this, which is pretty interesting, but the 5th letter in a stock ticker means something. So for example, sometimes when you see, like, let's look at this list real quick. F. This F at the end means that it is like a foreign company. So that's why some are 4 letters, some are 3 letters, some are 5 letters. So you should know this. I mean, I guess it's not essential. I learned it later on, and I was still making money before I knew this. But just useful information. So I only trade regular securities. Stock split, delinquent, foreign ones. Foreign, again, if you're trading foreign ones, you need to understand the fact that they are foreign. That means they have different laws. So if you decide to dig into the SEC filings and read their financial statements, they're probably unaudited. They might follow different accounting principles than we do here in America. So just pay attention to that. Timothy Sykes, he shorts foreign companies all the time. And then, so all of these, third convertible bond, voting trust shares, these are stock tickers that have different types of financing going on. So that's why I don't trade them. I don't bother with them. I stick with these: bankrupt, foreign, delinquent, stock split, regular securities. But yeah, I actually got this from Tim Grattani, who's one of Tim Sykes' greatest students. Amazing trader. He made $1 million. No, sorry. He made $100,000 off of Fannie Mae last week while trading from a Starbucks. And that's the kind of money you can make while day trading. But okay, let's go on to the main thing, the filters. Here is the main meat of screening stocks. I like to trade stocks from 10 cents to $4. Sometimes I change it to $5, $3, depending on what I'm in the mood for, if I can't find, or want to look at more stocks or less stocks. Volume, you need to have you need to make sure that there's a decent amount of volume. Now, you have to realize though, with this indicator, volume, in the morning, if you're doing a stock screening in the morning, there's not going to be any shares traded. So you could click previous day and look at yesterday's date, but from that you can just do average daily volume. I make sure that the average daily volume for the last 5 days is 200,000 shares or more. So that way I know that it's an actively traded stock, it's a liquid stock, And the reason it's important for it to be liquid is because you need to be able to make sure you can buy and sell your stock when you want to. There's nothing worse than trying to sell your stock at a certain price and it taking forever, because even if the stock is going for the price you want it to, if there's not enough volume being traded, you're not going to be able to exit your position. And there's hundreds, thousands, maybe even tens of thousands of stocks and penny stocks, and only a handful of them get traded every day. So you want to make sure that you're trading the ones that are actually being actively traded, because there's nothing worse than being stuck with the penny stock. So that's why average daily volume is important. This is the one that I run at the end of the day. So I need to make sure that day too, there was that much volume traded. Trades, again, this is important, and I would recommend that if you're smarter than me, which you all should be, is to use dollar volume, because, for example, 200,000 shares being traded on a 10-cent penny and 200,000 shares being traded on a $4 stock are very different. But that's why I have this kind of to hedge myself. I need to make sure that there's at least 400 trades, buys and sell orders that were placed. But that's what's worked for me. Those are the stocks I look at. I think that time frame, today's, you can look at yesterday's, and that's my stock screening criteria. And then I go through and I read the charts and to see how I research stocks. Watch my research a stock in 5 minutes or less videos. In those, I go through several examples of how I look at stocks and how you should too, so that you know how to trade it or not.